All right, so we're back for part two of The Needle. I'm going to be doing chapters 6 through 10. I want to say before I start this, thanks to all of you people who are new subscribers and who comment and who like. I really appreciate it. Probably a lot of people won't hear this because most of those are on my shorts, but that's okay. I'd like to leave this somewhere. But yeah, we're going to keep going on The Needle and see if it can't get to where it needs to go. So the way that the author has done changes in scenes is with like a little flourish of like lines and stuff. And they just did one, but there was no flourish of lines and stuff. It was just a gap in the paragraphs. And I was like, I wonder if that was on purpose. And you read and they have gaps in their memory. That's a really, really, really cool little thing to just show that something weird happened, because you as a reader go, that was kind of weird. I wonder if that was on purpose or not. And then you realize, oh, it was on purpose and something is wrong. So now I'm getting a little excited. It's funny, I was just watching a scene from Overlord, the anime, and there's a part where one of Nazarik's captives is trying to escape, and she's basically in Shaltir's realm, and she's trying to fly away into the sky, but she hits a barrier, and she freaks out, and Shaltir is like, "Oh no, this is a room in the tomb of Nazarik," and the girl is like, "What?" And Shaltir is like, "This is underground," and it looks like outside to her and stuff, and it's all just like an illusion, and they're debating like what to do and stuff, and they're like, in this story, and they're like, how do we know that that's even like a sunset or the sun or whatever? And it's like, yeah, dude, you guys could possibly be like still in the cave. This could be all an illusion. You could be captured already. Yeah, stuff like that is pretty nutty. Rangafera says, I didn't come this far to turn back at the first sign of danger. This isn't danger. This is weird mental stuff. I'd be like, nah, fam, we need to go right now. And that's another reason, like, stories like this don't really hit me hard. There's a movie called Open Water, and it's based on a true story about divers who went, like, deep-sea diving with a group, and it's a couple, and they get left behind, and they never found their bodies. And it was scary, yes, the idea of it. And if you immerse yourself in it, it was scary. But I don't know how to swim, and I hate the ocean. That would never happen to me because I'm not going to the ocean. And this, I'd be like, Daring, you're dumb. You're gonna die, and I'm not going with you. Like, these are the types of things that I'm just like, look, and I go, oh, that person, even if they make a huge discovery, it's not worth the risk. Sorry. So Daring said the smart thing to do, or she thinks the smart thing to do would be to turn back. Yeah, if you're not doing the smart thing anymore, you probably shouldn't be doing anything, because she's not going to do the smart thing, clearly. Daring is like, we're turning back once we have 5 days left of food. You just didn't know how much food you had, and you had to check. You could wake up the next day and have no food whatsoever. You could wake up the next day and someone could be dead. If something happens like that and you were lucky enough to get by it, you don't tempt fate. Again, what are you thinking, Daring? Yeah, so that chapter was good. It's starting to get a little freaky. Moving on. So obviously Winrose is either a red herring or she's just the reasonable one of the group. It's really annoying that they're doubting her. Like, clearly something is wrong. It's been wrong. Magic is a thing in your world, so it could just be a spell. That's like not even... Like, in our world, a repeating forest would be like... Or repeating anything like space in time would be like weird, because like that's not something that's possible. But in a place where magic is normal, that should be like, oh yeah, we probably are under a spell or something, or this place is enchanted and there's a spell here or something. This story's kind of reminding me, let me check what the name of it was, because I read another fiction kind of like this. Not exactly, but kind of. 1 second. Yeah, so it's called The Canopy. It was about Trixie and Starlight, I have a review on it. I don't remember it being very good. I'm pretty sure it wasn't very good, but that was a one-shot. It was very short. There was no explanation, and it was kind of just this surrealist, like, oh, this is weird. They can't leave the canopy. With this chapter, it kind of felt like that. Like, it depends on how much they're trapped, unable to leave, because they're like, we're leaving the stream or whatever. This was another good chapter. This one was not as good. That's the wrong word. This one wasn't as creepy as the last one, where you kind of just got gut punched out of nowhere, and you were like, oh my goodness, they forgot something, and that's really bad. This one is kind of like, oh yeah, they're clearly going to be repeating, and they were, and it was confirmed at the end of the chapter, and it's like, okay, yeah. Moving on to the next chapter. Holy moly, they're not turning back still? This Daring deserves anything that happens here. I honestly am hoping that something really bad happens to Daring and everyone else gets out, because, like, dude, if you're still, like, pushing it at this point, you deserve whatever's coming to you. So that's weird. In this chapter, Daring is thinking, if anything happens to anyone else, it'll be partially her fault. I think in the last chapter, let me check. Yep, 2 chapters ago, Daring thought anything that happened to them was her fault. So we've gone 2 chapters, unless the author is trying to show a degradation of, like, sanity. Daring went from anything that happens to them is my fault to anything that happens to them is partially my fault. I want to see where that goes. Yeah, dude, that's so cap. Friggin' Daring is like, if you want to go back now, go back. And it's like, oh yeah, go back through where there possibly the pack of wolves that attacked all of us could just attack one of us. That's a great... Thanks, Daring. I'll definitely turn back and go alone. That's not stupidity. Dude, Daring is becoming really annoying in this story. Like, Windrose is right on everything she's saying. They go into this, like, abandoned facility, and Daring's like, you could just wait outside. Dude, outside could be just as dangerous as inside. Are you freaking dumb? Like, what is wrong with you, you dumb idiot? So this story is pretty much completely dependent on the reveal. Hopefully it's not dumb to me. I wanted to comment, because I just finished this chapter, 8. It really is hard to get stories like this to not be, like, annoying to me, because it's like I said before, it's like, just leave. You guys are stupid. Why are you there? Dude, if you don't need to be there, don't be there. And, there's a really, really, really good horror story called Into the Depths. It's one of my favorites. It's one I'll do a review on later. I have a review for it, I just haven't posted it yet. But what happens is, Celestia has to go into the underground, underneath the old, castle. This is before season, Twilight's new castle and all that crap. Celestia has to go to the old castle where Nightmare Moon first, came back. She has to go there and go underneath it into the, like, underground part of it to get, someone. And it's like, if Celestia were just going because she was like, I just want to go because reasons, I'd be like, oh, this is stupid. Like, you're an idiot and you deserve whatever happens to you. But she's going because Twilight and Luna disappeared down there and they want to go down to find them. And it's like, oh, now you've just created the perfect reason, because now I'm like, you better not leave without Twilight and Luna. And it's no longer dumb, and it's no longer me being like, oh, this is stupid, just get out of there. It's me being like, oh, you need to be there, and whatever is bad down there, you have to face it. Moving on to the next chapter, though. Okay, this story is just a mind F. This is crazy. Like, clearly Rangafera is gone now, and Stalwart has the scars, and Daring Do has her spear, and I'm just freaking out because it's messing with my head. Holy freaking crap, dude. Oh, also, Falende or whatever the other reindeer's name was talking the way that Rangafera talks to Windrose. Dude, this is freaking insanity. Oh, it's making me very, very uncomfortable. Okay, I'm genuinely scared now. Holy crap. That was a really good chapter, but I feel like they shouldn't have mentioned Rangafera at all. That's like that's like too on the nose. Not too on the nose. It's like for the dumb people that don't get it, like you should have instantly just been like, because like your brain does the thing where it's like, wait a minute, is the author Daring doesn't carry the spear? That's Rangafair. Wait, Rangafair. Wait, but why is she? And then you're just like, what the crap is going on? But then they mention Rangafera by name, and it's just like, okay, you kind of took me out of it. But still, that was a really good chapter. Moving on to the next one. No, you know what? I'm going to end it there on 9. I'm going to do 6 through 9, because then it'll leave me with 4 chapters, and I feel like that was a good point to stop, where I'm not like, I gotta read more, and being freaked out. Yeah, this story completely is dependent on the reasoning behind everything that's happening. It is genuinely scary though. But the worst thing for a scary story is to roll your eyes at the reason that it's scary. So I'm looking forward to the last 4 chapters, and I hope that they are satisfying.